And we've started to work on mega events when there was the World Cup in South Africa. And we made maybe what seems like an unlikely alliance between building workers and street vendors. But in fact, we had a lot of joint solidarity. And our struggle comes a little bit after the construction workers, closer to the actual event itself. But due to the solidarity that there was, we were able to defend some of the spaces of street vendors. Not everywhere, because events move very fast. And I think FIFA, for the first time, were forced to think about street vendors. Now we've seen that in Brazil, there is also a lot of movement between the popular committees as well as the street vendors. There's an occupation outside of the stadium in Sao Paulo. And in Brazil, FIFA had actually promised Solidar Suisse to come and meet organizations of civil society last year when they had problems during the Confederations Cup. And we were planning for an event where there would have been some social dialogue, where the civil society groups would have put their demands. But as the time got closer, characteristically, FIFA backtracked on their promise. The street traders are now negotiating at local levels with the popular committees. We've started to talk to our partners in Russia, where there are many vendors as well, for the World Cup in 2018. In Qatar, we don't even yet know anybody in the sector. We have a lot of work to do. I think we may rely on our partners in the BWI, and also on Myrtle Witboy, my countrywoman, since she has a connection there, and she's very sensitive to finding the informal workers, because I'm quite sure that the street traders in Qatar are not organized, but I'm quite sure that they are there. So our sector is not so closely linked to the infrastructure development side, but it's very much linked to the social results that take place. And we pledge our support in all the other campaigns that are run in the other sectors to join in on that. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Pat. I think it's really good that we have heard different sectors, because of course the construction unions are at the beginning, are on the front line, no? But if you talk about the whole value chain, the whole activities, it's all the sector. And I'm really glad that we have different sectors, the street vendors, the domestic workers, of course the transport, the hotel and restaurants. If you talk about the textile and garments, which is really important. If you are aware of the campaign that footballs are made by using child labor. So I think, well, just to conclude, I think this is the issue on decent work and sports. It's a cross-sectoral issue, and I think we should develop an agenda together how we can promote